Okay, today I'm going to show you guys how to use the Cottage Witch Planner in the program GoodNotes. I'm using it on my iPad Pro. You can use GoodNotes with Android, and it's currently in beta testing for Windows products, so I expect that to probably be released later this year. You can also use it in programs such as OneNote, Keynote, and there's a couple other ones, but any basic PDF editing program you can basically alter the planner and make your annotations that you want. So how we're going to start this is we're going to open up GoodNotes, which is this little kind of pen writing icon I got. And you guys aren't going to see a cursor. I don't really have the cursor display on. But how you import your planner into GoodNotes is once you have it open, click on the new icon, the box, go to import, locate your file wherever you have your planner stored. Once you have it selected, press open. It'll import it into the program. And as you can see, I have two versions of it. I'm just going to show you guys how to copy and paste from one notebook to the other. So that's why I have two copies of it. But the cover is basically just the cover. You can go ahead and put your name on it somewhere if you would like, or make some annotations or add to it. It's up to you. But the way you can navigate through this planner is by swiping left and right with your finger. The next page from the cover is the basic info page. I've included these boxes here, which are hex codes, which are coordinated colors for the planner. So if you want to write in anything other than black and white, you can make custom colors, and I'll show you how to do that using the hex codes. I also have an index link, and right here it kind of reviews how to navigate around the planner. And then as you can see, I've got the tabs on the left and right. Let's start out by going into edit mode, or out of edit mode. Right now I'm in edit mode because you can see all the icons up here at the top. To disable that, you'll see this icon in the upper right hand corner that looks like a pencil with a cross through it or an X through it. When you change that to the pencil with the swirl, it turns it into navigation mode, and that means the hyperlinks are active. You disable those during editing mode so you don't accidentally click on them or move them or anything like that. So we can go to a month. We'll just pick a month. We'll go to March. And as you can see, you can scroll left and right for the months, or you can pick the tab and it'll take you to it. To get to the individual week views, you can see here that I've got stars that are numbered on the side. Just click on the week with the star next to it. And this takes you to the second week of March. And then if you want to get to the individual day of the week, just click on the number of the day, and that puts you in the day mode. If we go back out to the main view, you can also click the individual day by clicking on the date on the actual calendar itself, and it'll take you straight to the day. I don't use the day as much as I use the week and month. I'm going to try and get into planning my days. My days feel like I get thrown stuff left and right, so it's kind of hard to plan my days, but it's got nice things on here such as tracking your sleep and how much water you've drank, if you're doing any kind of calming activities, and then you could just kind of leave your day with positives and things that you could do better the next day. I'd like to try and make this more focused towards helping people better themselves and just feel better about their projects and their planning of basically their upcoming year. So if we look over here to the right, or to the left hand side, we've got these numbered tabs, number 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. These are blank sections. This is the main page of your section. You can put your own titles on there. You can write a little summary of what the section is. And then I included a kind of blurry background photo of the witch cottage that you can add your sticky notes and make your own kind of collage or format for whatever section you want to make. So you have the ability to do that. Every page has an ability to navigate back to the index. And from the index, you can click on info page, or any of these words will take you to whatever they're associated to. So before we get into the index, we'll look at the tabs on the lower left-hand side, and that is the 4 main sections in this planner aside from the actual calendar itself. So we've got the hearth and home, and then you've got wish list, medicines, recipe, holiday, garden, familiar, which is basically pets, and then kind of like pantry and housekeeping. So this is all your home related things. If you go in here, as you can see, we've got a button that'll take you back to the hearth, and then you can get back to the index. Same thing with the vault. You have your vault sections, and then if you go in, you're able to navigate back to your main menu and the index. Library, same thing. Say we go to your book review section. And many of these sections will, if you click the main link from the library menu or the hearth menu, if you click that main link, it'll take you to the beginning of that section, and then you'll scroll through to find wherever you are within that section. Some links in the index will take you to a section within a section. For instance, hearth and home. You see here we've got pantry, but the grocery list is actually listed like the third item or the second item within the hearth menu for pantry. If you go to index, you can find a quick link to grocery list. And I did that for items that people would need to reference quickly. So we'll go back to the index. You've got all your blank folders. I've included blank sketch pages, grid page, blank journal, and a line journal. You can copy and put these anywhere within the planner that you would like, creating your own sections. Adding pages does not ruin the hyperlinks, so feel free to go crazy. If you click the 4 square button on the upper left-hand side, you pull up a thumbnail view of all of the planner. So let me scroll all the way up here and say I want to add a second pin board. So if we go to page 554 and then I duplicate the page, it just drops one right next to it, and then you can move that page if you would like. You can move it elsewhere. You can also add it to other binders or other notebooks if you would like. If you hold it down, you can drag it wherever you need to go. And that's how you're going to create your sections. So for now, I'm just going to go ahead and delete this. Move to trash. Delete. Close. Let's go back to the index and then to the info page, and we'll start talking about how to use the actual tools. So as you can see, we have some items up here. So the magnifying glass, which is the first tool starting on the left. If you click that, it'll bring up a magnified version of this little box right here. Oops, I guess I can't highlight it, but you'll see the blue box that'll move around. And this is really useful if you are writing on small lines, or you're someone who writes naturally big and the liner on the lined pages in the planner are small. This will enable you to write big, but it will project it small into that area. So it's kind of nice. And it'll also, it's just another way for you to magnify. You can always enlarge the page. The next item, which is the pen tool. Any of these tools you can click and hold, and it brings up a bunch of options for it. So you got fountain pen, ball pen, and brush pen. Those are just the different types of tips you can use. And then you can mess with those settings if you would like. But one of the main things I want to do is show you guys how to make a custom color. So you'll see to the pen sizes, small, medium, large, brushstroke. And then you can open up the color options. And then in here, you can create a custom with that little kind of invisible looking circle with the plus sign. But what we need to do first is to go out of edit mode. We're going to hold down and copy that hex code. Then we're going to go back into edit mode, go into the colors, click that circle, enter the hex code right there, paste it, and then press the plus sign, and now it is added to your colors, and you can have coordinated writing. So if we look here, now you can see I'm writing in a color that is similar to what I have for the rest of the planner. If you ever want to clear everything off of a page without using the erase tool, which I'll get to next, just go to the 3 dots here on the side and it'll clear page. Just make sure that you're not doing that. If you've made a bunch of annotations, it will take everything off of it because there's also a back button. Okay, next I'll talk about the erase tool. So on the eraser, it is essentially the same thing that an eraser does in any kind of program. So I'll draw a circle. You've got different sizes for the eraser. Large, medium, and small. And then to kind of demonstrate the next tool, which is the highlighter. Right there. Got a little sloppy with my pointing there. I will go out of edit mode and we'll navigate to a blank page. Each month section, it can be navigated. When you go through the weeks and stuff, it can be navigated left to right like a normal kind of calendar, but everything is grouped into compartments. So you've got the months, the weeks, and then the days. So if you want to get to the blank pages at the end of a month's section, click on the month, the actual writing of it. So now let's talk about the highlighter, which I will demonstrate by making a big pin here, and we'll just put some words. Slightly Sinister. Okay. Now you can select the highlighter tool. You come over here and you can pick a color. We'll go with blue. You can mess with the size of the highlighter if you'd like. And then you can highlight. Now it does like a multiply effect, which makes it look like it's part of the paper, which is kind of cool. And then if you go back over it again, it does get darker, just like a normal highlighter would. You're adding pigment to the paper, so that's kind of nice. Another item, I'm going to go back to the pen so I can demonstrate this, is the shapes. Okay, if you have shapes turned on and you draw, it essentially makes any shape you draw, if you hold it down, it makes it a perfect shape. You can do that with triangles and square, ovals, and even lines. So make a line. This is good if you want to make like a scale or something, or you're trying to like measure, but you're not great at making lines. It's very helpful. Now, let's clear off the shapes that I have using the eraser. And we'll go to the lasso tool, which is right here. So say you wrote something perfectly, but it's the wrong size and you don't want to have to write it again. Take your lasso tool, circle the object, and then you can move it around, which is really awesome. If you tap it, it comes up with a bunch of options, and we can go to resize. You can scale it down, which is really helpful, very, very helpful. And then we can highlight it. Oops, I kind of did that weird. Highlight it, tap it. We can go to copy, go out of this notebook by pressing the arrow on the left-hand side on the very top, and then we'll go into my other copy of this. And we can press and hold and paste it. That is how you're going to get your annotations in from another notebook. So if you had the previous version of the Cottage Witch that I was going through edits on, and then I just released the remastered version that is got everything fixed, but you started making annotations, you can just copy those with the lasso tool and then send them over to the notebook on the appropriate page. Okay, so you didn't lose all that work. So let's clear this page. We'll go back to the notebook that we were working in. And let's talk about stickers. This is the sticker icon right there. And this is where you're going to make all your sticker packs. And I'm sorry if I sound funky. I got a little bit of a stuffy nose. So click on the stickers, hold it down, and this is where you're going to start making sticker groups. So stickers work, you just click it, you can scale and resize them once they're in there. And they do, this program, GoodNotes, will come loaded with some stickers for you to use. They have their own little kind of productivity type stickers and stuff. You can use those. They've got some sticky notes and things like that, and then some kind of shapes and cartoon type ones. But I made some sticker packs, so you guys can use those. But the way you get them into GoodNotes is click on it, go all the way to the end here, click the plus sign, and then we'll just make a new one called stickers. They go to import from. Wherever you saved your stickers, you'll select the sticker, and it brings it into that sticker pack. So go to create, and now you have a whole nother set of stickers for you to be able to organize. So I've got my stuff divided up into kind of your common everyday stickers. I've got these skull emojis for quick access, so you don't have to scroll through a ton of stickers to find what you need. And then I got things just divided. Here's the medieval mood sticker pack that I made for the Secret Society. But we'll go back to this one and say I want to add stickers to it. You go to the title where the arrow is, click it, and then you can import more. So now you've got another sticker added to it. And say I want the banner to be the poster image for the sticker pack, because maybe you're using, I don't know, a logo or something, and you want that to be the top sticker. You can just press and hold and move it within the sticker arrangement, and it'll be the first one that shows up. Press done. And now you can just add your stickers. Resize them. And these are essentially just PNG files. They're image files with transparency on it that I made in Illustrator. So if you want to make your own, you can. But that's essentially how it works. So we'll go ahead and you can also, once these are kind of flattened out, if you select another tool, you will not edit the sticker. So you can go in here and you can write on top of your sticker. If you'd like, you can add to it like that. And when you erase, it won't erase your sticker. Oops. There's also a back button at the top for quick changes. So it's only going to edit the type of object that you're in. So I've got sticker clicked, so it'll only edit stickers. If I click on image, it's the same way. Basically, you open up your photos and you pull an image that you would like to upload, and you can place it anywhere. So if you want to keep track of the Academy points, you can do that. I included that in the sticker pack. And another good thing that I created this for is the library. If you go to your library stack, and we kind of zoom in here, then we'll go to edit. And you can take your book club covers and you can keep track of what you've been reading that way. And then just come in here and fill out your information, rate the book or whatever. So you can use images, you can use anything, pretty much you can do whatever you want in this. Okay, let's go back to, I can't remember where I was editing. Was I in January? Yep, okay. And then one of the last things I'm going to show is this here, and that is the text tool. This is for people who hate their handwriting or they have illegible handwriting. You're saved. You can basically type in this as well. So just click and make a text field. I suggest sizing it before you start typing in it, because it's kind of, I'm not very good at navigating around iPads yet. I don't know if you are, but then you can type in here, hello, you weirdo. Okay, so now you can close that out. Hide the keyboard. Okay. So now I've got my text field and I can drag that around. You can scale it up. You can scale it down. You can change the font. You can change the color. You can copy and paste text, and there's all kinds of options for it. Now, you can even give yourself a background on the text if you would like. And you can kind of, do a drop shadow. You can add a border around the edge. Make the border color something crazy. So you can do a lot here. And if you like that, and that's something that you're going to use regularly, you can save it as a preset. So now every time, set as a default, every time you go to create a text box, so like say I'm writing, and now, oops, just mind that you, if you're inside the text box, it will change it if you start writing. So I'm gonna use my finger. I'll do some writing, and then I go back to text, and I'm like, okay, I'm going to put some more here. See how it now created a text box with the same format. So that is a very quick and easy way for you to get the same look across to like all of your writing and stuff. So let's clear this page. Another couple features that I want to show you guys. If we go to, say, Hearth, and we go to Familiars, which is your pet section. Say you fill this out and you have someone who's going to dog sit for you or pet sit. You can just fill this out and then you can share it with them or send it to them. You can export it as a file to them. So you will always have access to your care instruction for your animals, and you can just send it to whoever you need without having to keep rewriting things or send along email, texts, and stuff like that. And that can be done with like any of the pages if you need. You can also make voice notes. It's a very useful little note-taking program. I'm sure there's other things that people are a lot more comfortable with, but this is the one that I've kind of stuck with that I've really liked and enjoyed. And I hope that you guys enjoy it. And if you have any questions about how to use it, or if you find any issues, please let me know. I do suggest you signing up and being active in Discord, because there's plenty of very knowledgeable people in there, a very active community, and they're very welcoming and motivational. So do join the Slightly Sinister private Discord. Every selected tier has their own section of channels, and everyone pretty much hangs out in the cornfield with the children of the corn. So it's a big fun time in there. Also, just be keeping an eye out for more sticker packs that I'll be releasing gradually and adding new things to the planner. I might add pages, who knows, that you guys can just slide into your planner, maybe in your empty sections or something like that, if we come up with more things that we think we need in this planner. So thank you guys for joining me on this little journey, and thank you guys for being patient. And once again, feel free to contact me if you have any questions.